5 feet high. All right, well, let's keep going. I'm trying to stick to the left, but you know, it'll be easier to go around this breakdown pile to the right. So don't necessarily need to cover every square inch of the cave. Even right here where I'm walking, let me pan down here, right on the floor, there's some interesting formations. Not super big, like 2 inches high, but still some interesting stuff. That's why I mean, obviously you always want to watch where you're going, not just so you don't hurt yourself, so you don't hurt the cave. Okay, so now I'm going to go up here. So I see some cool formation. Loose rock shifted under me. Okay, let's try this again. Actually, before I do that, let me go up here on this pile of breakdown. A lot of loose rocks in here. Darn it, where I want to stand, there's a loose rock. Okay, so here's a rock. Notice that white stuff up there. That's a mineral deposit, just like in a solution cave. This isn't a solution cave, this is a lava tube. But as you can see, it's plenty wet, and it's 2,000 years old. So it's had enough time to start growing. Obviously, if people never came here, you know, in thousands of years, I'm sure it looked really pretty, but hard to tell exactly what's going to happen to this place in 2,000, 10,000, 100,000 years. It might be gated off, or it might be filled in with concrete. Turn it into an amusement park ride. Okay. Okay, so check this out. Look at the ceiling here. Oops, there's a little white moth in front of me. So this is some really nice formations. Some of these are 6 inches long. They're almost all the exact same diameter. Like, I don't know, half a centimeter in diameter. I don't have a ruler with me. Wouldn't want to touch it. Get close enough to touch it. These are small enough, I bet I could break them off with my bare hands. So luckily nobody's tried that. Anyway, but yeah, look at this. There's a whole bunch of them all the way across the top here. All the way over there. Across the ceiling. Let me turn around. I don't have very good footing here. I'm standing on a rock. But yeah, see how there's like an air bubble in the main ceiling. And then up in that air bubble, that's where all these little lava formations are. So these formed when the cave formed a couple thousand years ago. I forgot the exact date. I think it was 3,000 years ago. This is not from the recent eruption of Mount St. Helens, 1980. This is much older. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, when you're exploring a cave, you want to look carefully at both the floor and the ceiling and the walls, everywhere, full of surprises. Still no bats though. I saw a gray thing back there. I thought it was a bat, but it was just a rock. If you look too hard, you find stuff that's not even there. So there's rock, breakdown rock. This is the way I came. There's that white arrow. Oh boy. Anyway. There's more lava formations. Oops, there on the right. I'll check those out on the way back because I'll be on that side. Notice how the cave ahead is very smooth beyond the breakdown. Oops. There's loose rocks or loose gravel on the rocks here. Definitely want to be careful. Here's more lava formations here. Real pretty. There's some more mineral formations up here. I don't want to, like out there, you can tell because it's like white and wet instead of brown or orange or whatever the rest of the cave is. I'm going to get closer to the floor. There's some formations on the floor. I don't want to pulverize it by stepping on it though. I'm going to have to kind of keep my distance. But yeah, like right here on the floor, you notice there's like these hollow formations. They're like formed like air bubbles in the lava. And then there's these cool gray formations. Oops, right about where I was standing. I didn't step on it though, but there's some more. And then up here, see if I can get closer to it without breaking anything. See, there's all these pieces broken down. I don't know if it's people deliberately touching them or they just didn't notice them and stepped on them or what. Yeah, there's all sorts of little lava formations here on the cave ceiling. Gives you an idea though of how you get different formations on the floor and the ceiling. They're not like mirror images of each other or anything like that. Turn it. Okay, notice how the cave curves to the right. Before I curve to the right though, I'm gonna go up here, take a look at the floor, see if there's anything interesting. Notice how it's kind of broken down here, like it tried to flow, but it broke apart before it solidified. I'm gonna try not to step on that because I don't want to ruin that effect. But yeah, back here on the floor and the ceiling, there's more of those formations, a whole bunch of them. Instead of trying to count, say 15 formations, almost better just say, you know, one big formation. So yeah, there's that floor and ceiling over there. Nice and pretty. Excuse me. And again, up here on the ceiling, some more formations that are almost 6 inches long. I don't know what this white stuff is. I don't think that's a mineral deposit. I'm not sure what that is. It's very bright though. Be a real pretty cave if that was all over the place. Almost looks like a spider web. I don't think we're too far in for spiders. So yeah, I really don't know what I'm looking at here. Alright, so I'll keep going. No sign of bats yet. The ceiling is getting lower ahead. I'm still standing up. It looks like later on I'm going to have to crouch down. So here's another spot where the ceiling looks taller because it like was an air bubble or something. And then up there is where you see all those little pretty formations. These are small, like 1 inch long max, but they still give some interesting texture to the ceiling. Here, this is the natural floor. Just a tiny bit of breakdown. Other than that, it's all just the actual cave. It's actually a pretty rough floor for a lava tube cave. A lot of them are almost glass smooth. It's another place. Looks like the ceiling had formations. Small ones. Farther down we are.